You're broken up and you're desperately trying to win your ex back. And they've reached out or they've expressed some level of interest and you're not sure what to do next. Let's talk about it. The first thing you've got to do, and this is especially true if you got dumped the first time around, is you've got to make sure that you do not come across as too needy, too clingy, too desperate. Those are all behavior patterns that are just going to push your ex further away and eradicate any possibility of reconciliation. Now, I know you probably do desperately want them back, but you can't show them that. You can't act that way. I'm not talking about playing games or manipulating them. I'm just talking about putting your best foot forward and really showing them the very best version of you that exists. So for starters, you want them to see you as the only option for them. Chances are, during the breakup period, they probably were talking to people, they may have gotten on dating apps, they may have even gone out with other people. So you're not the only option here. You're not the only game in town. But you do have the clear advantage in that you have history together. You have an emotional connection. You have chemistry. They know what to expect by being in a relationship with you. And that can be good or bad. But the good news is they know exactly what they're going to get with you. And they don't know that necessarily with other people they may have been chatting with on dating apps. Now, if there were things that you were doing that pushed them away and initially led to that breakup, you've got to convince them that you have changed that behavior. But you're not going to just tell them that. Words don't mean shit at this point, let's be honest. The only way you can really do that is by showing them consistently over a long period of time. I'm going to give you an example here. My late fiance and I were together for about 1.5 years, and then she broke up with me. We'd been doing some fighting, but she'd also met somebody new that just seemed to be less drama-filled than she saw me being, or she saw our dynamic being. Guess what? Within 3 weeks of our breakup, and she did dump me, within 3 weeks of that, she was blowing up my phone left and right, and we began seeing each other again. And we saw each other for about 6 months in that kind of limbo state where she was kind of seeing somebody else, kind of seeing me, and all I was trying to do was be patient through the process, not put pressure on her to reconcile fully, to dump the other guy, to label what we were doing. I just wanted to spend time with her, to connect with her, to have sex with her, and to show her that I was the only option, that I was clearly the best choice for what she wanted out of life. And I did that consistently for about 6 months. And in the end, she did indeed cut off that other guy and commit to me fully. But it took a while, and it took me consistently showing her through my actions that things were going to be different this time around. If I just told her that, that would have been meaningless because it would have just sounded like a desperate ploy to get her back again. I had to show her consistently that this time around, things were going to be amazing, and they were. So if you want your ex back, and especially if you got dumped, just be patient. Don't try and rush to the altar. Don't put pressure on them to get back together again fully, to stop seeing other people if they are doing that, to label what you're doing. Just enjoy each other's company. Spend time together. Don't put off needy or clingy or desperate energy, and just let the process unfold naturally, just like you did at the outset of your relationship in the early stages. And I think that's a mistake that a lot of people, especially guys, make. When they're in that process of reconciliation, they just almost immediately think everything's fine and back to normal and back to being fully committed in a monogamous relationship. And that's not necessarily what's going on here, and that's not necessarily what's in her mind. Be patient. Take things slowly, just focus on spending time together and ensuring that the times that you do spend together are nothing short of amazing. Make you seem like the only possible option here, and that is exactly how it will unfold. I'll see you in the next video.